get that microphone right in front of your gob.
Except actually just off to the side.
Yes. To kill the plosives.
The plosives.
Yes.
The plosives that it will definitely kill.
Yeah.
In their entirety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will not have to remove any of them.
No.
All right. Of course, I should have been looking at levels then, shouldn't I?
Well,
that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm nothing if not professional. Actually, I'm nothing.
Oh, you're getting paid for
this?
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone's making money off of this.
The good old Patreon. It's just rolling in the dosh. All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trolled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watcher, compadre and son, Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
Well, I had a think about what I've been up to for the past 7 weeks, and came to the conclusion that if we did it live, we would be here for about half an hour.
Right.
And so, me from about a day ago has prepared a report.
Statement.
A pre-recorded report.
All right.
Titled, How I Spent My French Summer. Entirely within the confines of the state of Tasmania during winter.
Oui. Poo-poo. Okay. I haven't watched it.
No.
As you're well aware, I thought I would go into this fresh.
Yeah.
To find out what he's actually recorded, because I'm aware of some of these things.
Yeah.
Well and truly aware of some of these things, but who knows, I may be surprised. As may you.
I have pulled it up on the TV, entirely for synchronization purposes.
Yep.
Because it will probably come out better if it's edited over the top of it afterwards.
That's right, I shall, yes. So it'll sound a little strange.
Yeah.
But certainly if there's going to be an interaction happening here, I'm going to take off my headphones and see what happens.
My mixing, probably different.
Yeah, all right then.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
The Tour de France was good. Tadej Pogačar won easily, which everyone was expecting, but I don't think anyone was expecting how. At the end of week 2, Jonas Vingegaard, following his teammate through a roundabout, himself following a motorcycle that was taking entirely the wrong line, hits the curb, breaks his collarbone, and there goes the one person who's ever beat Pogačar in the general classification. Freed from having to build up a buffer, Pogačar spent the final week supporting Isaac Del Toro to keep the best young rider classification and stay on the overall podium, opening the door for others to win the sorts of stages Tadej would normally attack. Richard Carapaz won the mountain classification, 2 stages, and the overall combativity prize, taking every opportunity he could get in the back half of the race, and it's good to see that he's still in the game at 33. The points classification has in recent years largely been a sprinters contest, and I think that's still true, but wow! Mads Pedersen, vaulting the mountains to get to the intermediate sprints, and still having enough energy to drive the peloton for a bit. That's the good stuff right there. There are other stories to tell about the Tour de France, but they're mostly stories about disappointment. The UCI World Tour comprises 18 teams. Those are supplemented at the Tour by the 3 best pro teams. That's the next tier down. Then the organisers get to invite 2 more. Usually they'll bring in teams to excite the audience or add some local flair. One of those 2 teams, Caja Rural, actually managed to get the yellow jersey for a couple of days. And then, when they were likely to lose it on time anyway, their rider also crashed out of the Tour, and that was the last we really heard of them. It's the story of a lot of teams this year, almost doing great things, but ultimately fading into the background. In spite of this, it was still a good and exciting tour, and I'm glad to have seen it. And any comments so far?
Look, I'm just impressed that a professional sportsman is still prepared to hold the door open for other sportsmen. Yeah. That's noble, because especially if you're pushing a bike, it's really hard to get through doors.
Yeah. It seems to be what makes Pogacar happy.
Holding doors for people pushing bikes through them.
No, helping Del Toro, possibly the happiest we've seen him in a couple of years, which is weird.
I'm nodding knowingly here.
Yeah.
But I am impressed that you have just compacted 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Down to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, it continues.
Okay.
Now, in a simpler world, that would be the end of my report. Tour done, return to regularly scheduled programming. But in the middle of all that, I get an email from the Federal Joint Standing Committee on Electoral Matters. Hey, we're going to be in Hobart in a few weeks. Would you mind popping in for a quick 45-minute chat? Sure. Just let me distract myself for a couple of weeks, and then I'll push myself through my social anxiety for a day. It'll be fine. Threw together some additional material that didn't come up, and headed out to Parliament House. The last time I visited the Tasmanian Parliament House would have been in primary school, and things have changed somewhat since then. Most relevantly, the big glass building out the back of the place, which houses the executive and the committee rooms. Lovely wood cladding inside. Behind the gallery there's a panorama perforated in the panelling, and in front of the gallery a long table with chairs lining the major edges. The committee officially has 11 members, just 5 of whom came down to Tasmania, a 6th piping in by conference call. And 2 of those members are Tasmanian anyway, so 3 politicians made the trek. I was second on the 5-session agenda, following the former chair and deputy chair of another committee giving a report on mis- and disinformation. I am prepared for questions about early voting, so of course I instead get questions about ballot formality and the size of the parliament. My scheduled 45 minutes turns out to be a little over half an hour, and then there's a break, so I go looking for lunch. Everyone tells me I did well, including the chair of this committee, so I must have done something right, but I still can't bring myself to listen to any significant portion of the proceedings. Eventually they'll send out the draft transcript for corrections, and I don't know how I'm supposed to provide any when the transcript is the only way I'll ever know what I said. 3 more sessions of varying interest, and then everyone heads for their cars. There was supposed to be a community session in Devonport the next day, but nobody signed up, so those politicians who did come down booked it out of the state as quickly as possible, Secretariat and Broadcasting Services in tow. What a strange process this democracy is. Okay. That's part 2.
That's part 2.
Yeah.
Actually, that was longer than the part 1.
Yeah.
Huh. Let me assure you, dear listener, that the tenseness in the House during the construction of said coming before the committee was... Yeah.
Well, I did sort of ask for it, so I don't know what I was expecting. As usual with these sort of things, I am just some guy, and...
like Zaphod.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing the math here.
Yeah.
I'm mathing. All right, so we've still got 2 minutes and
29
seconds to go. All right, then. Roll the tape.
Yeah. And in a simpler world, that would be the end of my report, but no. First, my phone needs replacing because a somewhat vital government app no longer wants to support it. In the grand scheme of things, this is a minor inconvenience, especially compared to, a week after the hearing, my desktop computer deciding it doesn't want to do things anymore. The warning signs were there. It had been increasingly noisy in the preceding weeks, and the high-pitched squeal in the last days, combined with the power button doing exactly nothing, suggests it was probably the power supply that gave out. 8 years is a very good run for the HP workstation, much better than the Acer brick it followed, but the timing was terrible. It is very fortunate both that a backup computer was available, and that it was not the hard drive that failed, because I do not know what I would have done otherwise. The backup computer is a fairly old gaming laptop with a broken keyboard that in some ways performs both better and worse than the HP workstation, But the alternative is a computer market that doesn't seem to have run out of new ways to screw over the consumer just yet, so I'll take what I get and be grateful. And then, last Saturday, needing to get out of the house, I went to Mona for the second time, and rediscovered that maybe art just isn't for me. Or certainly not the sort of art that David Walsh wants to put in a hole in the ground. Electra, the big concrete amphitheatre he's had installed over the top of his new library. Turns out I mostly got the gist from the pictures, and big echoey space is a perfectly comprehensible concept. The two most interesting things I experienced were, 1, footage of owls staring at me in a water closet with bark on the walls, and 2, a 6-piece funk band playing on the stage above the museum who were, actually, pretty good. The heavy metal kitchen was open, which allowed me to experience an enamel bowl of warm, not hot, chips, of the standard sort that I could have gotten hotter and better just about anywhere else, including at home, for considerably less than $12. At least I didn't have to pay to get in the first place. So it's been a rather strange 7 weeks of French summer. Back to you in the studio.
So were they chips or were they French fries? Just to continue that French theme.
They were, like I said, fairly standard, not McDonald's thin, but, just basically the thickness that you'd get at KFC. Yeah. Crispier than KFC, but
well, there we go.
Not worth $12. I'll tell you that much.
No. Well, they've got to make up for the fact that they don't charge the locals an entry fee to what is a very, very substantial piece of private infrastructure / art space / museum / bizarreness.
Well, it's a David Walsh vanity project, and as long as he's around, he's going to
absolutely
keep chucking money into it.
I mean, he's earned his money honestly. Oh, yeah.
No.
Through gambling.
Yeah.
So you can decide whether that's an honest way of making large amounts of money or not. That is not for a little podcast like ours to make any firm decisions about. Well,
and the computer's a whole thing.
The computer is a whole thing. It is still ticking away. The quote-unquote new machine is doing what it's told.
Yeah. After
a little hiccup where the retrieval of information from the hard drive is...
That was a whole process.
Yeah. Possibly next time, if there is ever a next time, when things start making more vocal noises...
Do something about
it. One should consider what your backup situation is and scream. So, but
it's worked out in the end, but very very much could have not.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I suddenly thought, whilst I was on the bus today, there is a certain piece of photo work that I don't think I have backed up that I must do, and I'll probably do that tomorrow when I've got the laptop out. I mean, that's the thing, I barely have the laptop out. It pretty much only gets used for editing this podcast, so...
Yeah. Well, that was my hiatus.
That was you.
What was your hiatus like?
Apart from dealing with all of that, minus the Tour de France, I sort of hibernated away for, as I do each year. I become a Men in Lycra bachelor and hide in the bedroom whilst all and sundry are watching Men in Lycra. I've been for a couple of swims. I think I mentioned in a previous podcast that I'd set myself a goal to try and get at least one swim per month this year. So I did get July in. I can't remember whether that was before we went on hiatus or not.
Most certainly.
But July got done, and August I got a swim in last week, I think it was.
Sure, I believe you.
Yeah, well, it was 10 degrees outside and the water was 10 degrees, but there was absolutely zero wind and the sun was out, not a cloud in the sky, and the sun was warm.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as going in and going out, it's the wind that's the killer, which I discovered again today because I thought, it's meant to reach 18 today. I reckon I could get another swim in. And I got to the beach and there was no sun and there was quite a breeze and I'm not entirely sure that it got to 18. But I still went for a swim. I swam out to one of the orange buoys and swam around it and around parallel to the beach to another one of the orange buoys and then swam back in. And yeah, it was certainly cold and it felt colder than the 10-degree swim. So go figure. Other than that, hang on, there was something else. I've been to the pictures a couple of times. Mm-hmm. I went to see The Odyssey.
Yep. Was it loud?
It was very loud.
Yeah.
And I still have mixed feelings about it. Yeah. It was spectacular.
Yeah.
But it was also grounded, which I quite liked. But in the end, I sort of numbed more than anything else. Mm-hmm. And suspecting a certain emperor's new clothes kind of reaction to it. But it was good enough. However, the following week, I went to see the new Spider-Man film.
Yep.
I absolutely loved that.
Great.
Yeah. It had soul, and I think that's what I've been missing from a lot of the Marvel sludge that's been sort of thrown at us for,
Well,
this actually stuck, and it wasn't Disney, so
yeah.
I'm guessing that had a lot to do with it. But, yeah.
The Spider-Man films are the only good thing that Sony are doing with the Spider-Man properties, so...
I enjoyed it. It was warm and good and fun, and I came out with a smile on my face, so that was good. Other than that, yeah, nothing really else to report, which sounds terrible.
Yeah.
As far as how long it's been. We do apologise for how long it's been, but constant things happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was certainly, it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster since the Tour de France when we were officially having the time off.
Yeah, at various times one or the other of us was nixing the recording, and that's how it goes.
That is how it goes. But hey, it gave me time, and this is usually Thomas's department, but I thought I'd have a go at it. I spent and I forgot to mention this, and it should be blatantly obvious to all our dear listeners, the new opening video credits, same music, but new visuals. Spent hours on it, hand animated, and learned a whole heap of new skills, so I hope you really appreciated it. All our Patreon listeners who get to see the video version of this podcast.
Yeah.
Huh, I took that picture.
Yeah, well, Chromecast is still up and distracting us after...
Yeah, seeing all these wonderful photos that I took.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah. All right then. Look, we have a film to watch.
We do.
Thomas, what are we watching? As if I don't know. What are we watching this week?
Well, it has now been 10 weeks.
Shame on us.
10 weeks since the last instalment of our Herbie retrospective, and it continues with what I am expecting to be the weakest entry, which is saying a lot after Herbie Rides Again, but... So,
as far as measuring how good this is, you use banana.
Yeah. In fact, you go bananas.
Do you?
With Herbie Goes Bananas.
Well, you'd have to get a banana to measure the quality of this film with a banana. Herbie Goes Bananas, please give us the lowdown on this film.
Set in exotic locations in Central America, the The internationally renowned Herbie, everyone's favourite love bug, demonstrates his special brand of charisma and high-octane humour in this action-packed, stunt-filled comedy outing. The fun begins when Herbie sets sail for Rio de Janeiro's Grande Premio racing competition with his 2 new owners.
Yeah, we got he had another new cast.
Yeah. En route, they get sidetracked by a smuggling syndicate, pestered by a pint-sized pickpocket, and bullied by a raging bull. Contains tobacco depictions.
Good.
Starring Herbie and several new people.
Good. What year was it made?
1980.
Oh, we've
arrived in the 80s.
Into the 80s. Right. We're going to be surprisingly watching it on Disney+.
Who could have guessed?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, what was it that suddenly appeared on the new to Disney+? I think it was Toy Story. What's the story there? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Digny plug. We're going to watch it. We're going to come back, and if we're still awake, we'll talk about it. So we shall catch you on the flip side.
Turn to side B.
Insert funny, witty bug beetle type joke here. Yep.
Turn to side Beamer?
No, that's a BMW.
Oh, right,
Beamer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Turn to side V-dub.
Yeah. You mongrel. So, what did you think?
Maybe it's the distance. Maybe it is simply that I have been operating at somewhat of a full sprint for the past 7 weeks, and I just need something to latch onto.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be the film I've enjoyed most of the 4.
It was quite bizarre, wasn't it? It's in no way a good film.
No.
No, but
of these mediocre to bad films that we've been watching, might actually be the best put together.
Yeah, I think so. Even with its special effects, very special. It tells a story.
Yeah.
And I was trying to put my head into the position of being a parent with a kid that this was aimed at, sitting in the theatre. And it probably was the best of the 4 as far as that scenario was concerned.
Yeah. A little talky at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it mostly just keeps going after that, and
yep, it's entertaining enough to entertain the parents as well as entertain the kids once you get past that talkiness.
Yeah.
But no, I cannot stress enough that not a brilliant film, but I think I agree. I think, and it might be that I was really, really dreading watching this, and it was better than I dreaded. But yeah, it worked. Yeah, the bad guys were bad, and actually
the team was ragtag.
Well, and that's weird because I was expecting the 2 new owners to be the heroes of the story and the main focus of the story, but it wasn't at all.
No, they're just along for the ride.
Yeah. In fact, the ride was more taken by the other owner of the car.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that kid has at least 3 IMDb credits for last year. So certainly still, and 44 IMDb acting credits, and is still getting the work, I guess.
Yeah.
And there were certainly some pushed lines that he had to deliver.
Yeah.
Some of which he didn't deliver terribly well, but then there were others that just he nailed it.
Yeah.
I think he knew what was going on.
It's a surprise. I could actually watch that film again, which is bizarre after going into it assuming that this would be the worst of them.
I think you said that earlier in the podcast that this was going to be, or did you say it just to me? I can't remember. Brains are Yeah.
Very, very strange.
I must confess,
Yeah.
and I'm probably jumping the gun here, but I am actually looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
But that certainly was a surprise. Yeah, Herbie Goes Bananas. The other surprising thing is that I had absolutely no recollection of that film whatsoever.
Nope.
And I can only assume that we must have watched it. I certainly didn't watch it growing up, but we must have watched it when I bought the box set.
I remembered there was a bullfight in it.
Didn't even remember that.
That was about it.
What else is there to say?
Well, at this point, we've run out of theatrical releases. In 1982, there was a 5-episode TV series, which was already a mid-season replacement and was cancelled after 5 episodes. So
it was replacing something that had also been cancelled, is that?
Yeah, it got 5 episodes.
Right.
And wasn't very good.
I don't think I have. But what year was that?
82.
82. Yeah, I don't have much of a grasp as to what Disney television was like in the 80s in its home market.
And then in 1997, there was a television film which introduced a evil black Volkswagen named Horace the Hate Bug. Which...
I look forward to watching that, Thomas.
Well, do you have it on VHS? Because that's all it's been released on.
Oh, I will. I guess we'll have to give that a miss.
Yeah. And then we'll come back 4 weeks later when it'll be 2005.
Yeah, and we will have Lindsay Lohan and... what is his name?
Justin Long.
Justin Long?
And also Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yeah, I remembered Michael Keaton, but who played the bad guy?
Matt Dillon as Trip Murphy.
Thank you. Yeah.
But that's 4 weeks from now.
That's 4 weeks from now. Anything could happen then.
Yeah.
There could be another bike race. And we'll disappear. Just like that.
I'm not that interested in the Vuelta.
Sorry, what's...
I'm not that interested in the Vuelta.
Oh, okay.
La Vuelta España.
Oh.
De España.
Okay.
We're not hiating again for that.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We shall be here for at least another couple of episodes or something. Yeah. Anyway, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just show those opening credits again, and then we'll come back with the next segment.
Yeah.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
Well, in the 7 weeks we've been gone, we have received at least 2 comments. I'm going to check YouTube because that could still have something to add. No, it doesn't.
I will. 2
comments. The first, on Discord from E of Pie.
Hi, E of Pie.
I remembered what my comment was about 8 weeks ago.
I remember this comment well.
It was about the Talos Principle, where the original is one of my favourite games where I really couldn't figure out how a sequel would even work story-wise. And then the second game, story and puzzles were a lot of fun and exactly what I wanted, and that I'm excited for the third one, despite not yet having had a chance to play the Talos Principle 2 expansions due to being too busy at home since it came out. The child was much younger and slept more back when Talos Principle 2 came out.
Whereas my kids have been playing it pretty much non-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. The number of times I've walked into the lounge room and that's what's been on the screen.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Thomas.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Well, I wanted to play it and so I acquired it.
I've been wanting to watch my YouTube cat videos on the big screen and can't do it. 'Cause someone's playing the blinking Talos Principle
What, cat video's not good enough for the projector?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, anyway. Thanks, Earpie.
Yeah. While we've been gone, I have at least gotten through the first and second expansions. I may not go on to the third expansion, which is supposed to contain really quite difficult puzzles, and I don't know if I'm in the headspace for that at the moment.
Yeah, I know that Brianna had started...
second one.
The second one? Right.
Yeah. Yeah, second expansion, which contains puzzles of medium difficulty.
Right.
And I can confirm they were of roughly medium difficulty. So, we'll see where that goes. Chances are it doesn't come up again.
No.
Still waiting to see if 3 is going to come out on Xbox, which, current state of things, probably the only way I'll get round to it, but it's not even out on anything yet, so we'll see. The second comment, over on Facebook, from Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Who says, I made it, and then I discover that the episode is from 2 weeks ago, and that there wasn't an episode last week, and that you're on hiatus.
Indeed. We're on hiatus. We were on hiatus.
Yeah.
We are finally no longer on hiatus.
After a hiatus that was...
An extended.
Twice as long as it was supposed to be. Things happen.
They did.
Oh well, I needed the walk.
You should have got plenty of walks.
Yeah. Here are some comments, except that you aren't going to remember what was in the episode anyway, are you?
Absolute Buckleys.
The Margaret versus David banter was interesting, but who is Margaret and who is David?
Ah.
It's a great question.
Yes.
I don't have any input to provide there.
No. I am Spartacus.
You talked about whether or not you could remember motifs from Jeff Wayne's score versus John Williams' score, but
Did
surely...
we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Surely you could remember the da-da-da, da-da-da bit.
No, it's dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. See, this is what confused me with...
Not enough gap.
Well... I would have edited it anyway to give it even less gap. But yeah, this is what confused me about Helen's comment, in that I well and truly remember Jeff Wayne's score.
Yeah.
But it's John Williams' score that I don't remember. So this, surely you remember the da da da. Of course I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Easy.
Anyway.
Speaking of invasions, here is my encounter with Day of the Tripods on my way back to my office listening to the podcast. And here we have some surveying equipment on an oval.
Yes. Lots of tripods.
And like AFPI, I enjoyed the podcast, and it seems I have a couple of weeks to try and catch up on some missed episodes. Yep, you definitely had some time there.
No excuse. You're caught up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Which will bring us up to the one singular guess for the file name from 7 weeks ago.
I've got to remind myself what I... Right, okay.
Yep. Helen says, I'm going with War Rules for the file name. That's WARWRLDS, which is incorrect.
It is. And it's wrong.
Yeah. You didn't use all of the words.
No.
So...
No. Which is a rule that I strictly adhere to.
Should have gone with Worlds.
Worlds.
That's WRFTWLDS. This week, if you want to make a guess, do not include all of the words.
I am nothing if not inconsistent. Yeah.
If you want to make a file name guess, or send in any comments on our commentary or the film we've watched, do send
please
that in.
Share your fondest memories of the Herbie franchise.
Film suggestions also.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. In all of the usual places, if you can remember where those are.
Yep. The link is in the
doobly-doo.
Doobly-doo. Yep. Yeah. All right. I think we'll move on.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And I think I can remember that this is our going to be our 300th episode as a franchise.
It is. As far as movies being watched is concerned, yes.
It's your turn.
Yeah, I know. And look, I had something absolutely worked out and lined up for a special 300th movie watch episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to order it.
Yeah.
And it came in, and I reread through the plot synopsis and realised it's a Christmas movie.
Right.
Yeah.
A bit out of season.
It is. And I thought, well, look, I'd better hang on to that. And so I then had to go in a mad scramble. And then
Well, you had some time.
Well, the movie only came in earlier this week.
Oh.
Well, sorry. It was either the end of last week or beginning of this week. Anyway, fairly recently. So, yeah. My big plan. Yeah. So I started flicking through the Just Watch, to see what was available. And then I thought, Fight Club. And then I realised that would be a very short episode because the first rule of Fight Club. So then, it's interesting that Helen mentions David and Margaret. I thought, well, let's find a movie that David Stratton was in.
Right.
Yeah, well, look, we've watched a number of films with Stratton in it, and I thought, he's sort of been the bright, shining light in some otherwise very ordinary films in a particular franchise that you subjected us to.
Right.
Yeah, including Hobbs and... Help me out here.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw. David Stratton was in that as one of the main characters.
What?
Wasn't David Stratton? Oh, hang on. No, I'm looking at IMDb. No, that was Jason Statham.
Statham. Jason Statham.
Yeah. Look, now I'm mixed up. All right, well, I'll pick a film with him in it then.
A long walk there.
It was. This is champagne podcasting here. All right. So this film does indeed star not David Stratton, but
Jason Statham. Who I assume is going to be doing a lot of punching and shooting.
Well, it's 2024.
Yeah.
All right. And the plot synopsis consists of one man's campaign for vengeance takes on national stakes after he is revealed to be a former operative of a powerful and clandestine organisation known as...
Would he happen to own an apiary?
Oh, possibly. Yes. He might have an obsession with little white boxes.
Yeah.
Or big white boxes even.
Might he be a beekeeper?
He might be a beekeeper.
A keeper of bees.
Indeed. An apiarist. I don't know how pure this will be.
I need to take that again. Might he happen to be a keeper of bees, a beekeeper?
Yes, in fact, the beekeeper. Yes. Next week. Oh dear. This is great stuff.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad we're back? Yeah, good. Next week, we shall be watching on Netflix or Stan, The Beekeeper.
Yep.
We hope that you can join us. But until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
I am glad this is back. I've been missing an anchor for my week.
It's just a bunch of unrelated days otherwise.
An anchor to your week, an anchor around my neck. Hey, we did it again. Oh, roll the video closing credits. I'm stopping.